Hi guys, this is Benita Blocker with Real Life. That's my YouTube channel. It's been a minute since I made a video. My locks are 3 years, 2 months, or well, almost 3 years, 2 months. Next week will be my anniversary. But I came to talk to you about natural hair, and I have some fuzzy sticks, Chenille stems, fuzzy sticks. What I've done is manipulated these into curl patterns so that we can learn about curl patterns. First of all, there are many people who are born with straight hair, so that's what it would look like, or they may have a wave to it or what have you, but this type of hair doesn't usually break. There's not a lot of break points in this type of hair. And then, sometimes people have more of a spiry curl, which I would say this would be more of a type 3 hair. Now, the funny thing about once you start getting into curl patterns is that some people already have a shallow curl pattern, like they have a curl pattern. So if they want it to texturize, it's just going to go straight. Whereas some people have the same diameter of a curl. It's the same diameter, but it's more shrunken. Then this type of curl pattern I can texturize and let it stretch a little bit, and it'll still look natural. So I have had people come in who had a curl pattern that was more resistant, and they needed a texturizer just to shrink it a little bit more. It still will look natural, but they wanted a looser pattern. Now, if they already come in and their natural pattern has this type of wave, there's nothing. But if it's shallow, a shallow curl pattern, not a lot of shrinkage, then what's going to happen, this is going to go straight. If I try to texturize this is going to go straight. So some people are not good candidates for texturizing. Some people are scared of the chemical. We have this, it's 2015, and there is definitely a natural hair revolution, which I think to a degree is great. A lot of people are doing protective styling, so they are not using chemicals, but they're doing, the braids, crochet braids, all types of protective styling, mainly because the weather's unpredictable and you want to look great, and you can't control natural hair unless it's in locks. Locks give you the control, but other than that, you don't have the control. So that was why we had relaxers, was to give us some control. But people are getting away from that. Some are going to smoothing treatments, which is fine. Some for people who have very, very, very tightly coiled hair, smoothing treatments may be a little bit rough. It'll make it softer, but not necessarily, and more manageable. But it's probably still gonna need straightening, or it's not going to give you probably what you're looking for. It's just going to make it softer, more manageable. It's still going to shrink, especially if the hair is resistant. So when you get into very curly hair, every single turn, twist and turn, is a point for this to break. So if you compare the straight hair to extra curly hair, there's more break points in this hair than this hair, because when it's like the scales on a fish, if it's flat, 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 then it's strong and less breakage. This, what curly hair represents, a lot of opportunities for break. Even when you're relaxing it, it has more potential for breakage. Now, if you relax it straight, it actually can be stronger, but you have to do roller sets. Heat is if you do a lot of thermal styling, this type of hair, after it's relaxed straight, it's just going to break. You just, it's, it is what it is. So, and then if you texturize this type of hair, it still is going to have a ripple. It's still, it's, this type 4 hair just doesn't do very well with texturizing. It doesn't give, if you're looking for this, trying to make sure you can see it. If you're looking for this type of wave pattern on the right here, and you got this type of hair, then the only way to really get this permanently is to do like a soft curl. And with a soft curl, you will actually, the rearranger straightens this extra curly hair out, which is step 1, and then you rod it so that you can form a new curl pattern here, and then you neutralize it. That's 2 different chemical steps versus a relaxer is just 1. If you're already straight, obviously, if you're born with straight hair and you want curl, then the curly perm, you don't have to worry about the straightening part. The only thing you do is roll this up and put the curly perm solution on there and neutralize the new curl pattern in there. So it's 1 step. If you already have straight hair, doing curl reformation is 1 step. If you have ultra curly hair and you want a new curl pattern, then that's 2 steps. It's 2, basically it's the same chemical, but it's 2 chemical steps. So anyway, if you want this type of hair, most people are really just buying it and sewing it in. So if you want like a little wavy hair, they're buying it and sewing it in. So that is the tradition right now, or the trend. The only other thing I want to mention is a lot of times people worry about growth. Now, I'm holding up 3 different fuzzy sticks or Chenille stems, which you can just buy. I'm using this for demonstration purposes for hair. These 3 curl patterns represented are the exact same length. All 3 of these are this straight size. The only difference is shrinkage and curl pattern. So if this is straight, if this one is straightened, then it's this length. If this one is straightened, it's still the same length. So for people to understand shrinkage, because I used to have people, my hair is extremely tight and coily, and I'm actually squeezing this together to make this a more wiry type of, so you probably, this is still that same thing, but shrunk. So when the natural hair shrinks, right, some of us have the hair that just shrinks up. So if you can imagine this hair, this will represent like my hair. It just shrinks as a type 4 hair. So when it's straightened, it looks like this. But everybody always thinks, your hair is not growing, your hair is not growing. It grows in the locks because you never really lose the shedded hair, and it just kind of drops in the lock and you gain the length. So you're holding, with locks, you're actually holding on to years of hair at a time. But it also helps control breakage, gives you control for styling, that kind of thing. But, and I'm sorry about all the but-ums. I'm experimenting here. So, the net of this video is to actually just let you know that even though you feel like your hair is never growing, part of it is just all the shrinkage and the curl pattern, and it's possible that it's breaking. This type of hair is going to break, so you may be growing, but it may be breaking. And so if you want this type of length, without straightening it, and sometimes straightening this type of hair can cause more damage, and then you're gonna have to cut. Hair actually can be really complicated. Even with the locks, the more locks you have, I have about 300 and something locks, more on the low end, say 320, and I maintain my own locks. But if I had 700 or 600 locks, I don't think I would be able to maintain 600 or 700 locks. So the people who are getting a lot of locks are going to be locked into someone helping them maintain it. So I'm very comfortable with what I have. It's not what I was looking for in the beginning, but I'm comfortable with where I'm at now. So hopefully this has been educational, and as soon as I come up with some more topics that I think will help people with hair and natural hair and their natural hair journey, I will record again. Thank you. Bye bye.